everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jerry. This channel is called This is China. Today I've got one of the Barretts with me, Oli Barrett.
The junior Barrett.
Yeah, such a pleasure having you, buddy. And listen, hey, we want to talk to you guys about how China changed us, because I think that's a really, important topic to discuss. A lot of people are interested in China. A lot of people has misconceptions about China. And I just want to share our feelings and our experience of, how China changed us. There is a video on the Barrett channel, which we did the same day, talking about different topics. So you want to go over there, you want to go check the Barrett channel, I will leave the link right here. While you're down there, please go ahead, click the like button, share button, and don't forget to show love on their channel. When I was back in my country, I used to make impulsive decisions because I thought it's okay. You live in your own country, you can do what you want, you are in your safe zone. Whereas here in China, I am more cautious to making decisions, mate. I think things through. And that's a very, very important skill, if you will, to learn.
Let me ask you, why do you think that is?
Well, again, I think when I was in my country, I felt like it's okay. I call my buddy and say, hey, I'm in trouble, come help me, or whatever the case.
Right.
Whereas here in China, it's like, I learned to follow some rules, right? And that helps me to make better decisions, more cautious decisions. I don't know what your take on that, buddy.
That's an interesting one. I mean, we're quite different ages, right? So I think this for me might be a bit different because I'm evolving my character very rapidly. I'm only 22, so every 6 months, every 12 months, I'm learning how to make better choices as well. Of course. So double that on top with coming to China. I see what you mean, absolutely. I mean, coming here in the first place was probably the biggest decision.
Absolutely.
And then since then, I think doing this YouTube thing as well has forced me to think more calculated in terms of building a business, I guess.
Absolutely.
And just growing as a person, I've been able to adapt to this society.
Yeah, Oli, I agree, man. I agree. That is, that is something people need to experience for themselves. But I totally get what you are saying, man. And one thing that's very important to me too is I basically learned to have confidence in myself. I used to be a guy that I didn't have that much confidence back in the day in my own country. When I came to China, I saw that it's okay to make mistakes. This people is okay with you making mistakes. We are walking on the sidewalk and it was flooded a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's okay, mate. Let's just get on with it.
That's actually so true. That is it's kind of deeply ingrained in Chinese society there's a Chinese idiom, maybe you can help us out in the comments, which is based upon don't interfere with other people's business, just focus on your own life and get through it. And I think that allows for people not to judge others as much and just to let them get on with their own thing, whether they want to be, you could talk about whether they want to be gay, straight, anything, they can make their own decisions and people don't interfere. And I definitely felt like that gave me more confidence here as well. Like, again, relating to my experiences back home, people talk about moving to, Southeast Asia or a different country in Europe. No one is talking about moving to China. So for us to be doing that and living here, we're really throwing ourselves in the deep end of the pool. I really feel like I could go anywhere in the world and get through it. Like, I'm not saying that here's a really hard place. It's just one of the most different places to what we're used to.
Absolutely, and if people are thinking on coming here in the future, I can tell you, you're going to walk into a country that is not really treated well around the world at this moment for obvious reasons. So I think this adds to it. That we still stick with this country, you know what I mean? And it still evolves us and shapes us. This is a little bit more of a personal thing.
That's fine.
So by the way, there's just a subway that that came over me and Oli's head. It's the line 1, I guess, the one that goes through the building. I will show the people that. It's pretty cool. This is a kind of a personal one, but you know, I come from a broken family. Right, so my mum and dad were divorced when I was young, number 1. Number 2, they died at a very young age when I was 14 years old. I was basically adopted, so I had a struggle in me connecting with family members. Mate, when I came to China, China basically taught me how to love a family, how important family really is.
Oh yeah.
In Chinese society, I think that's the number 1 thing on their minds, and that's the only thing they care about. As long as your family is happy, as long as you take care of your family, as long as there's love amongst your family, everything is okay. The rest is just, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That is seriously something that the Western cultures can admire and take a leaf out of their book, if I were to say. Because as many Chinese know, a lot of Western families are kind of much more independent and kind of do their own thing, which has its pros and cons, but Chinese families are so connected, and I think that when that's innate biologically in our DNA is to have connections.
Absolutely.
And to have that deep connections with family is just incredible. Let me take this example. I live 2 hours away driving from my grandparents in England, and I consider that really far. I might see them twice a year. Here, they can live 3 hours away on the plane, and they will see them like 3 times a year because they're just gelled together.
Mate, you are so right. Listen, there's a small story about this one guy that worked in the south part of China. His family stayed in the northern parts of China. On Chinese New Year, he actually cycled through China. There's a story, it's on my channel. I will link the video right here. You guys can go check it out. He cycled all the way home, but here's what happened. He cycled in the wrong direction. So he lost time of spending time with his family on Chinese New Year. And at the end of the day, he made it back to his family, and they interviewed this guy because this was just wow, you know? And he was like, 1 day with my family is more than enough. You know, that's all he wanted.
Wow.
Just 1 day with his family, sitting there, eating food, you know, and that is what taught me, well, that is what China taught me, man, is to be serious about family. And I've got my own small family. I'm sure one day you will move into that position where I am now. But I've got a small family. I've got a second daughter coming, and I can tell you, I am ready.
Yeah, man.
China trained me to become a real leading father for my little family.
I can see that. I really can see that. You know, we've now been together for about 5 days, and your daughter is with us, and I can definitely see that. So that's something that you've been able to take out of China's you know, way of living and society. There's a lot of things that when you go to a country, it's very easy to either focus on the negatives or focus on the positives.
Yeah.
There's positives and negatives of every society, and people will bash China for this and that and this and that. But if you are able to focus on stuff like that, like you just said, a very admirable part of their culture, which is the family connection.
Yeah.
If you can focus on that and learn from it, then you know you're bettering yourself as a person.
Absolutely, man. And is China then really that bad? No, it's not, because I can tell you, not only did China trained and taught me about this whole family thing, here's a little secret I'm letting you in, right?
Go on.
So basically China healed my pain.
Right.
Of what I lost. So if people really don't understand why I stand up for China so much, it's basically China replaced something in me that's been taken away.
Right.
And that's why I stand up for this country, one of the reasons, obviously.
That's a great
And that
thing.
is why I defend my little territory for my family here.
Yeah, and absolutely, and that's you know, similar sort of thing to me, in the sense of like coming here took me out of a really bad place, and it's the first city I've lived in, it's the first different country I've lived in, it's the first time I've ever lived by myself.
Yeah.
And I've been able to grow something. So like, it's Shenzhen and China is always gonna take a place here for those reasons.
Awesome, Oli. Listen, we're going to wrap this up. We are walking right next to the Yangtze River, me and Oli Barrett.
What a view for a video, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I met this guy and his father. Awesome people.
Who's behind the camera?
Oh yeah, he's behind the camera. Guys, can show some love on their channel. Oli, thank you for walking with me, discussing some cool stuff about China.
Absolutely.
I think you're going to wrap this up for us.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and like Jerry said, we actually did a talk on our channel as well. If you want to go and check that out, I guess the link will be down below.
Absolutely.
Please make sure you smash the thumbs up, as it does help more than you might know. And drop a comment on your thoughts and opinions on this subject, and maybe if you've been to China, you can tell us how it changed you. But we will see you in the next one. Until then,
take care.
Take care.